This conference will now be recorded.
Now, last session I was writing on the board the complete template, that is the hierarchy of the company, that is the client Zara as an organization structure, how we understand what the way they give the requirement and how the way we draft as per their saying, that is where the plant is located, how the sales locations are organized, how the outlets are recognized, how the product lines are organized, and how the sales areas to be set up, and their corporate office and the work people and the external stock point and the internal stock point and the transportation point and the financial body and the legal entity. So I was explaining briefly all these one by one in the SAP system, sorry, on the board. Now I was showing you all how to log into SAP system also. Now today we start log into the SAP system and we start setup of all these one by one in the system in terms of first identity we say as definition. So how many stages are involved in customizing this organization master data? Let's start working on this now. So allow me a minute, just a minute. So get into the SAP screen. So once you click on the server, you get this screen. Here, as I was saying that username and password to be given, you need to give the correct username and password. If the wrong username or wrong password is been given, it may allow you to check for one time, two time, maximum three times. After that, the user will get blocked. And you cannot set like how you set your username and password default. You cannot set that. You need to give the username and password manually only. Why that facility? If you see in the live servers, every week the passwords will change for security reasons. I'll tell you why. For example, if your working time is Monday to Friday, Saturday and Sunday is an off, so you should not be allowed to log into the server. So what I'll do after Friday, Monday, when you log in your mailbox, you will get your new password so that you log in with your password through that upcoming week. So everything is of security reasons. So nothing can be set as default. Remember this. Because other day, one of you was asking me how to set a username and password default. So why? This is the reason. Because when the password changes frequently, how the authorization can be given for default check. But still, it can be done, and that facility is for admin purpose only, and those admin users only they will make, because they are the one who control the entire software 365 days 24 by 7. Functional consultants, working days, working times, non-working times also you can. That's again different. In India, there is nothing called working time and non-working time. The more you log in, the more you are appreciated. But if you see in overseas work locations, your working time is very accurately monitored. All right, fine. So username and password to be given. So once you give your username and password over here, then it will take you to the SAP screen. All right, done. So right. So once you give your username and password, it will take you to the SAP screen. So let me this is your the front end screen of SAP as I was showing you other day. So here, go back to the IMG screen. Yesterday I was telling you the path also. How to go to IMG screen, I was telling you the path, right? So if you've got to go by path, tools, customizing, IMG, SPRO, execute project, SAP reference IMG. You are here on SAP screen. Directly, if you need to come, then you just type SPRO here and enter. Done. Now we talk about enterprise structure now. We talk about enterprise structure. That is what I was writing on the board. Enterprise structure is the first primary infrastructure of the company. Okay, which is based for the every business flow to get organized in the work process for every transaction process. So here, if I explore enterprise structure, you can see definition, you can see assignment, you can see consistency check. So under definition here, you will see all financial accounting, logistics, general, sales and distribution, materials management, etc. Okay, so first we need to define all the content in respective area. Now here under definition we have financial accounting, we have list of activities, we have logistics general, we have list of activities, sales and distribution, materials management, logistics execution. Module wise SAP has been given the index briefly. Now first very clarity what you all need to understand is under financial accounting what all you see they are done by FI consultant. Under logistics general what all you see they are done by production planning or inventory module consultants or WM or SD, because general connects to entire LE logistics execution. So logistics we have general areas, logistics we have executable areas. I'll tell you the difference. Under sales and distribution it is all about core SD module. Under materials management it is all about inventory. Under logistics execution again it is all about WM. And operating authorization for SD and for production. I'll tell you why. So here why I'm writing this index very clearly, because trainees will have a doubt, sir, we are learning SD, no, why are we going to these other modules? Until you are connected to finance, until you are connected to logistics general, until you are connected to inventory, until you are connected to the transportation areas, you cannot see the end-to-end execution of your module SA, your module SD in SAP. So cross functionalities are must, and I made them as must and mandatory. Without these doing also still the module can be taught, but the output will be not completely. Output will be just exposure of the module name, but not O2C. To get to see the complete O2C end-to-end flow, you need to have this cross functionality connectivity. So that is what I was writing on the board, the purpose, that is what I am explaining in the index 2 here. So no confusion, do understand. Done. Now under financial accounting there are so many, but we do set up the company and company code, only two. Others are the core areas of FI. Under logistics general plant and division, others we don't. Under sales and distribution, since it is our core module all. Under materials management storage location. and under logistics execution warehouse, and down this is all about shipping point, right? So warehouse and shipping point under financial accounting, company and company code, logistics general, plant and division, sales and distribution, all four, and materials management, storage location. So I made a check mark. When you are playing the recording, you can take a screenshot so that you may not get confused which one to be taken, which one not to be taken, kind of. All right. So remember this point, please. So knowing what you are making is very important. How to make, anyway you will understand. All right. So do understand the logic, do get the clarity. Done. So let me go through one by one in terms of make now. Allow me a minute, everybody, please. Just a minute. Now, sometimes the screen will get hanged up. If the screen is getting hanged up, don't worry. Just leave the screen for a minute. Automatically, you will see it get refreshed. So give me a minute. Please wait, everybody. All right. So now, how to go in terms of make? Click on this IMG activity. After you come to this index, you will find a clock like logo. It is not clock, we say this as IMG activity. So click on this IMG activity. It will take you to the list of content what all there in the database. Now here you are seeing so many. These are all best run. They are the default demo clients given by SAP according to the country standards. Ignore them. Still come down. And here you can see a short name with 4 letters, a short name with 6 letters, can be completely numerical, can be completely alphanumerical, can be completely alphabetical also, with Hellcat also. It's not case sense, you can take anything, right? So when you people are practicing, take a company like how I'm taken with Zara. You take some company from your side and start working for yourself. Now, what you should do, for example, I want to take Zara. Let me come down because it goes after numerical, alphabetical. Go till the end. So here you can see Zara. Can you see Zara anywhere? No. Because in Z I have only three. If somebody is taken Zara, I should not take with Zara. I should not do with Zara. I should start doing with something else. So when you people are practicing, if the company is existing already, don't take that. Try with something else. That's what I want to say. Fine. Now I say new entries. Click on new entries. That is what is the first new update over here. Wherever you see, wherever you see, And please don't text during the session, it get deviates. Anything you want to text, you can text after the session, so that I can guide you on that. All right, so here I say new entries. Now this is what is a new update. Without using anything of SAP defaults, when you start customizing, you get explored with every field by field. Like for example, if I go by new entries, I get to understand every field. I get to understand the purpose of every field. So please go by this method. That is the latest cloud customizing pattern. If you go with system default extracting, that is copying, you get everything, whatever has been set in the SAP system default, you'll get all those extracted. So you may not get a scope of knowing which area supports for what functional execution in the front end. So please, if anybody know the subject, keep aside whatever you know. Your known subject should be a backup for you to understand better. So adopt this latest update. All right, fine. So I say here Zara. So here the short name of the company accept 6 letters. Short name of the company accept 6 letters. Luckily, my company falls into 4 letters, so I given Zara. If my company is into Dell, it falls into 3 letters. If my company is into General Motors, then it falls in 2 letters only. Think if my company is Suzuki, how? So I give short as SUZKI. Think if my company is in Panasonic, PANSNC. So make it short. See, during the live project, all these short names will be numerical only. But here, for your easy remembering, everywhere I am giving Zara naming in every description. Company Zara, company code Zara India, sales organization Zara sales organization. Like that in every description, when you mention Zara, even though you forget what you made, finally you cannot forget what company you're taken. Understood? So Zara. So I say here ZARA, the company. And the detail name of the company, Zara Private Limited. Now we have name too. It is not must every company should have name too. Think for example HLL, Hindustan Livers Limited. Think for example HLL, Hindustan Livers Limited, also known as Hindustan Unilevers Limited. So if the company is having second name, that to be given here, otherwise no. So here the street number, post box number, all to be given here. So Zara don't have second name, ignore. If Zara have second name, give. See, who will tell all this? It's not you or I who creates the standards for the company. No. See, we are setting up SAP system for the company. That's all. So all the details will be provided by the client. Who is client Zara? So we need to know how to set up. That's all. What to be done, how to be done. Everything will be sourced by the client. So here I give street number 45. Give some post box number. The length should match. For example, if I give 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the country India, and the postal code 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What it says, postal code must have a length of 6. If I take here instead of India, if I take here Germany, DE. It allows, because in Germany the postal code is 5 letters. It allows here. Now, if I give 6, what it says, postal code length must be 5 letters. So, according to the country, the postal code length, no matter what you give, that's what I want to say. So, I give India here. See, for few fields, we have drop down. For few fields like country, language, key, currency, we have drop downs, right? So, India, IN. So, normally in our general terms, the short name for India is IND, but in SAP, its short name is IN. So, be careful. And when you're operating on cloud support GUI, once you give the short name, it pulls the descriptive. So I give, if I just give I, where all I matches, it will give all I. If I give IN, it will take you to the I India. So you'll get such kind of drop down information also. Now, English, I say EN. Currency, it is INR. As per the India, it is INR. So here 6 letters to be given. So give some postal code. So after you fill in all, finally you click on save. So you're setting up your company's identity in the SAP database. So click on save. Now you get to see this screen. Prompt for customizing request. Prompt for customizing request. What for this meant for?
in order to save the details in TR.
Yes, in order to save the details in TR. Right? Now, if I say continue, it says specify a request. Without giving the request ID, it will not allow you to save. What is the purpose of saving in the customizing request? See, you log in with your username. Your colleague logs in with his username. Your other colleague logs in with his username and he customizes his task. I customize my task. And other person customize his job role related task in the module or other modules, whatever it is. But all deal with the same server for the same project. So when you got to move the data from one client to other client, this request ID is based for move the data from one place to other, one client to other client. If you all remember, I was talking about various clients. Other day when I was showing you how to log into SAP system, I was talking about production client, testing client, okay, development client, end user client. So when you want to move the data from one client to other client, the customized information infrastructure to be moved from one client to other client, you use this request ID. In a layman terms, if I say, think in your laptop, we have D drive, we have F drive. So when you want to move the data from D drive to E drive to F drive, what you do? You pull all the content to a folder. When you pull the folder to other drive, the content of that folder will be moving to respective drive. The same purpose in SAP. So it's a one-time doable. When you log in for the first time with your new username and password, this will be coming as blank. In order to create your own request, click on this, a page icon you'll see. All right, so click on this page icon. So it asks for a short description, give something. And remember, in some servers, this customizing request pop-up may get suppressed. That is, see, at the time of SAP setup, that is server setup, the users, I mean, the admin may suppress few features, because here this is the training system what we're using for training purpose. Here we don't migrate anything because everything is single client. Here we don't have development client, testing client, production client, such kind of. So if some of you, when you access the SAP system for your practice, if you're not getting this request, don't worry. It is getting directly saved. If you get this, what is the purpose? Okay. If you're not getting this means something went wrong in the server, don't think. It is one of the facility for data management and data security purpose. Okay. Which got nothing functionally for our O2C execution. So please mark this in your mind. Because I see somebody, sir, I'm not getting the request ID. No worry, let it go. So here I say Zara. I'm just giving my client name itself as a short name. My request ID, system generates an alphanumerical key, and yeah, I don't need to remember this. I need to remember Zara. That's all. So until I change, it's there. So one time creation, once it is done, fine. And every time, whenever you create any value, it pops up, and you save the activity in that. Continue back. Back. And next, the company code. So successfully we could set our company, what I was writing on the board. So Zara Private Limited, we have been set in the SAP system. Yes. Now next, what I should do? Company code. Next is all about company code. So when I say company code, it is company code is an identification of the financial infrastructure. Company is a legal entity we made. Now the company code. So here don't go by copy. Select edit. Then you get an opportunity of going by new entries. So new entries here. The short name he accepts is 4 letters. It can be alphabetical or alphanumerical or completely numerical or completely alphabetical or with some special characters also you can take. It supports everything. So new entries. So before that, go to alphabet. That is, I am doing with Zara, so I go with Z alphabet and I cross check anybody's done. Unfortunately, with Zara, nothing, nobody. So new entries, I say ZARI. ZAR represents Zara, I represents India. And here Zara India Private Limited. And city, the financial operations of Zara company is getting operated from where? Which city? For example, most of the textile companies they operate their headquarters may be from Mumbai or from Chennai. So I say for example Mumbai. Country IN, currency INR, language IN. So after filling these base details, you have one very important field which need to be filled up over here is all about this. That is the address. So I need to click on this address icon to maintain the address. Sir, I forgot to click on the address and maintain, and I directly click on saves. See what it says. Still, it takes you to the address screen because can you see a field got a check mark? When you see a field got a check mark, it's a mandatory. You cannot skip it off. You cannot skip it off. It's a mandatory field. So how to make a field mandatory? That is what is the core customizing point, which you'll be seeing in the upcoming days. So here you need to click on the address. Even though you forget, still it will take you to the address screen. Here you need to fill up the basic details like title, for example. So what you're making Zara? Is it a person? No. Is it Mr. Miss? No. It's a company. So title should be company. Name, I say Zara India Private Limited. And search term Zara I give here. I give ZA. I give Zara here. So here the short name and detail name both to be given. For our easy understanding purpose, so it is not mandatory should give short name and detail name. Two search term sources we have. Two search term sources we have. One search term and second search term. Even though you forget one, you can remember the other one. That's the intention. So we got two options. You can give anything. You can give your name, whatever source you can remember, through which you can recollect. Search term is all about to find when you forget the base identity. Simple. Think, for example, when you're creating your new email ID, it will be asking to maintain some hint key. Hint key can be anything: your school name, your favorite toy, or your pet name. So many sources it will give defaultly. You can give anything. So when I say it is hint by giving what name you can recollect easily, that to be the same concept in SAP is search term. So Zara I give. And street post box number I give, for example, street number 34. Give something. Everything will be sourced by the client. During the live project where they are located, it will be told what is their address. See, simple example. Think when you're joining a new company, your name, contact number, surname, blood group. Until you give, he won't be knowing the HR, right? So you join the company means he's not creating a new blood group for you. The same logic here. When we are implementing SAP to a company will source all the details, what to be address, what to be street number, what to be name, everything. As a consultant, we just customize. Remember this point, please. So you should know how to make, what to make, with what details to be maintained while customizing. Everything will be told by the client. You understand, you analyze, you document, and you follow it and you set up. Right? I say Mumbai, India, and state code 30. See, once you give the country here, it will give all the states of that country. So here I have taken India. So it is giving all the states of India. If I take USA, it will give all counties of USA. If I take some countries of Europe, it will give all provinces, because country to country the region namings will be different. So here region, that's all. It can be called as state, it can be called as province, it can be called as counties. Location wise, country wise, it's a different. India means it's state, simple. So I given Mumbai. Mumbai is a part of Maharashtra. So I give Maharashtra. So when you think about the address, this to be maintained. So title, name, search term, and the address. And these mobile number, telephone number, language, they're not mandatory. These are must to be filled up. So fill in these details, enter. You get your request screen pop up. Just say continue. That's all. Data saved. So finally, when you're coming out of the screen, you should get this saying data was saved. Because what happened, trainees they enter and they miss to save. They just say come back, they'll come out. Finally, after moving to the next stages, they realize their data haven't got saved and they see that it is not responding and you think what's gone wrong. You have not saved it what you made, then how you can take it reference to the next stages. So be careful when you're saving, please. Okay, until system gives data saved, that's the confirmation of clarity. Request pop-up is first acknowledgement. Data saved is the complete acknowledgement. Done. So under financial accounting, two activities we made. Done. Now under logistics general, the plant division to be set up. And sales organization, distribution, office and group to be set up. And storage location. And the warehouse and shipping point. Right. So if I start explaining about the plant, it goes for a very long time. So I may not complete the saving of the screen also. So being for the first day in the screen, I'll just stop here. Slowly I'll increase the pace of complete hour using. And I break the session at a convenient point so that it will be easy for me to resume for the next day, not for my flexibility purpose, for my training understanding purpose. I do partly today and partly I do tomorrow, what you understand. So no matter we do a short session, sometimes no matter we do little longer session, a complete topic with a clear clarity in the entire session. You also understand clearly when you follow the recording. Because what happened, you are attending the session fine, but when you play this recording, it may be tomorrow, day after tomorrow, or some other day. Because at your convenience, you are going to the recording referring for your learning purpose. At that time, if it is broken explanation one session and broken in another, you may not land up learning completely. So a topic should be completely fit into a session. That is my main focus. No matter it needs little more time of the session duration sometime, no matter it needs little less time sometime of session duration. Because it's a journey. It's not like one day, 2 day you're learning. The entire course duration is for a duration. So I break the session at a convenient point so that easy for me to resume in the next session, so that easy for you to catch up what we have done and where we are. So hope everything is understood to you all very clearly of till date done. I'm not talking about today's session. You understood how to log into SAP system and what I was writing on the board, how we start setup in the system with the client address details and everything, right? So understand the logic of every purpose, understand the clarity of every situation. So when you're starting at your end, first make an hierarchy for yourself, like what I was writing on the board. Then if you all got the server access, start logging in and start doing the way I'm been shown, so that you will get the output of understanding of so many unknown areas or new updated areas in the journey of learning when you customizing this pattern. Simple. And I see most of you all in my Skype contact. Still, some of you didn't send me an ad request on Skype. The people who are in my Skype, you will get the recording. The people who are not in my Skype, do send an ad request so that you will get the recording file. All right. So do collect my Skype ID from the coordinator. Just now the coordinators are coordinating with somebody also. So please, others also reach the coordinator and send me an ad request on Skype so that you'll get the recording, and you have a doubt, you can feel free to ping over there like others are doing, how I'm guiding them. So entire journey of learning should go effectively. For that, whatever things are needed from your end, you should, from my end, I should. I'm there to organize everything. How you are picking them, that is in your plate. All right. So thanks for your valuable participation. and see you all in tomorrow's session. Thank you, everybody. Yes, you're welcome, please.